Hello and welcome, folks, to the following presentation of Table Rock Sports. Jonathan McCrary beside me, Jake McCoy. We got the action coming up. Sorry for the late start. The last game went into overtime. Cascade unable to get it done, falling by 3 points, 63 to 66. Up ahead, we got Phoenix boys taking on Santiam Christian. They both had to come back in their last games, come from behind victories to get where they are now. Second round action here at Cascade Christian High School. Coming up next, 9.5 minutes until the game begins.
What is education? Is it desks in a line? Is it reading from a textbook? Or should it be something more?
St. Mary's is a really special place, and it's hard to understand that unless you visit, unless you spend time here.
And the kids here are just wonderful.
It makes teaching easy because they want to learn and they're very respectful.
They care about each other. They know how to collaborate and work together. They know how to figure out complex problems.
They respond to enthusiasm and they develop their own enthusiasm, which is something that I feed off as a teacher.
We care for them as a whole, as an individual. It's not just about my subject. We care about all parts of that student.
One of the benefits of our project-based learning program in the middle school is that students are able to take what they're learning and make something really creative and inventive and exciting, and they're also very invested in it because it's real to them.
The students really get involved and get to learn problem solving through a hands-on approach. Through our mod system, they can take an engineering class and see if it's for them, but then maybe realize that they want to do something a little more creative and then take some art classes and find out that architecture might be their thing.
This is education for the 21st century. Our programming is designed to teach people to think outside the box.
This year we have students from 11 different countries, plus all of our American students, so we're an international campus. Students learn from each other. Local students learn from students who come to go to school here. In the classrooms, they really add to what is happening, and that benefits the local students.
A great education is more than just what happens inside the classroom. It's what happens when students learn about competition, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose. It's about learning how to become who they need to become. I think what's most important about this is that you know that kid sitting in front of you, you see them as an individual, and you understand that you can have an impact on their life and inspire them to find out something about themselves that they didn't know existed, and that they can leave this school and they can go off and do some great things with their lives, whatever that may be. I feel like we're doing something pretty special and spectacular at this place. It's so inspiring, not only for myself, these students, but for everybody who works here, for everybody who comes here. To be part of St. Mary's is something that is truly extraordinary.
Hi, welcome to St. Mary's School.
I'm Alea, a junior.
And I'm Corin, a senior.
And we wanted to give you a quick tour of our amazing school. Come on!
St. Mary's is on the cutting edge of education, developing dynamic thinkers and lifelong learners.
Our teachers are passionate, our facilities are high-tech, and the open environment encourages critical thinking.
Our robotics lab is better than that of most colleges.
In fact, we've competed on the global scale. We've been to the World Championships not once, but 4 times.
These robots are going to take over the world.
No, but St. Mary's will.
Albert Einstein once said, Albert Einstein once said, the only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of the library.
And ours covers 5,000 square feet, housing over 12,000 titles. We even have 767 books from our Confucius Classroom Hanban organization.
It's where our dynamic thinkers come to read, study, or just chill for a little while.
This is our middle school where it all starts.
Let's go check it out. The 5th grade. I haven't been here since, well, the 5th grade.
Since St. Mary's has 5th through 12th grades, we recognize that it's important for the lower grades to have their own unique experience.
I miss the 5th grade.
Yeah, simpler times. What is the most important thing to any student, anytime, anywhere? Food.
And boy, do we have it. With a full restaurant-style kitchen, we aren't just serving PB&Js.
We have a bunch of healthy options, including vegetarian and gluten-free stuff.
We even have fries.
That's a breadstick. And what do we do on Friday nights?
We study.
No.
We go to the library.
Really?
We appreciate the patience of our wonderful teachers.
We'll be doing what millions of other students across the country will be doing. Football! We fly that blue and white every Friday night. Let's go Crusaders, let's go! Let's go Crusaders, let's go!
At St. Mary's, we're not just a bunch of brainiacs. We're the 7-time winners of the OSAA Oregonian Cup.
We compete in 19 different sports, including football, soccer, tennis, cross country, track and field, archery, and so much more.
I mean, we have an 8-lane all-weather track and 5 acres of athletic fields.
So yeah, we take our sports pretty seriously. This is our chapel, based on the architecture of the Galla Placidia in Ravenna, Italy.
And the 4 arms of this chapel are thematic and represent the 4 stages in growth and faith. I know stuff.
We like to think globally here at St. Mary's.
Not only do we travel to other countries,
we invite international students from all over the world to come stay and learn with us.
Our beautiful dorm is right here on campus and features spacious 2-person rooms, a full kitchen, a huge common area for watching TV, playing ping pong, or just hanging out with other international students. One of the best things about St. Mary's is that we only have about 500 students.
Which means that the student-to-teacher ratio is about 10 to 1.
It also means we have 500 awesome friends.
We approach scheduling a little differently here at St. Mary's.
That's because we use the mod system. It gives us over 300 courses to choose from.
And it gives us the flexibility to make up our own unique schedule. And the term only lasts 26 days, giving us a school year full of classes we want to take. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, we found just the guy to answer that. Our principal, Mr. Meyer.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Well, what this means for you guys is you have a school that really cares about where you're going and your future. We have 100% college acceptance rate. We've got extensive AP classes. And you guys have a faculty who really cares for you and really wants to see you do well with your lives.
So it's like a GPS, but for our futures.
Yes, it is, but kind of without the robot voice there, Corin.
St. Mary's School is more than just a campus, cafeteria, or classrooms.
St. Mary's is a home where you'll begin to find your true place in the world.
This is where your journey begins. And from here?
Well, that's up to you.
Hey, welcome back, folks, to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week presented by Siskiyou Cellular. We are here at Cascade Christian High School for the Christmas Classic second round action. 2 very good teams facing off against one another. Phoenix and Santiam Christian getting ready to start here pretty soon. We're going to have starting lineups and the works. But first, we're going to take one more break. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be right back.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you.
And we're going to cut that message short. Santiam Christian is coached by Dennis McLean. Number 3, Ben Galserin, starting at guard. Number 10, Levi Villers. Jackson Rissinger, number 20. Joe McCoddish. And their big man in the middle, number 33, Kobe Williamson, who was integral in their last game against St. Mary's. And they are facing off against the home team, Phoenix. Braden Watts, number 1, starting at guard. Nick Goff starting at the other guard spot. Also starting, Ethan Hutzel. A.J. Stanfield at the other forward position. And finally, Jake Olszewski at the 5 position. Head coach for Phoenix is Troy McNichols. We are just about ready to begin here in prime time. And I believe we've gotten to see both these teams play. They both stormed back from over 15 points down. Phoenix, of course, coming back from 18. And Santiam Christian coming back late against St. Mary's in their last game. Here in the semifinal round, any words on what we can expect?
A lot of good shooting from Phoenix. Definitely a lot of good shooting from Santiam Christian. Ben Galserin, I mean, he had an impressive game last night, so we'll see if he can keep that up.
And we begin action. Driving down the court for the first possession.
Wasting no time.
No time at all. Nick Goff taking the ball up the court. He stands at center court ready to analyze the defense. A name to watch off the bench for Phoenix is Nico Ortega.
Good bucket. Ethan Hutzel with the and 1.
And we'll see if he can get the 3 points the hard way. Already making his mark on this game. Phoenix goes up 2-0. And both these teams have lots of depth. So we'll see how those reserves can come in and make a difference. Jackson Rissinger with the ball. Trying to get past Nick Goff. Nick Goff playing some suffocating defense in the corner for 3. That one's off. And back to Phoenix. Ethan Hutzel will take it out. And it'll be interesting to see what these two teams have in the tank. They had plenty of rest being able to play this primetime game tonight. The game's running a little late. The one before this went into overtime. 3 goes up, 3 is no good. Rebounded by Joe McCadish. But they both came back from steep deficits to win their respective first round games. We'll see how that affects either team here. On the inside, goes up strong, comes away with nothing. Passes into the front court. To the corner. Hesitates, Ethan Hutzel. Back to Stanfield. Stanfield passes to Nick Goff. And they have time to decide what they want to do here in the early going. Good passes along the perimeter, waiting for the call. Looks like a push against Santiam Christian. Kadish with the foul. Back to the corner. Good dribble drive move results in a layup. 2 points for Phoenix. Jake Olszewski with the 2. And it's stolen back away. Hesitates up for the layup. Another 2 points for Phoenix. And a quick timeout for Santiam Christian. Only 30 seconds. We'll stay right here. And I'm excited about this game, the primetime slot. Probably the best game of the day. We'll see what these two teams can bring to the table. And it's been a long day of tournament action. We've seen a lot of good basketball today. And even the games we didn't cover, just lots of action going both ways. St. Mary's and Westside Christian playing earlier. St. Mary's escaped with a 1-point win in that one in the consolation bracket. One of the better games we've seen today. And we are back in action. Gets trapped. And that pass sails high. The defense worked on the other end for Phoenix. Signaling his man to go towards the cup. Braden Watts with it. Watts passes back to Nick Goff. Nick Goff calling the play. Screen coming. Olszewski nearly has it taken away. Tipped away by Ben Galcern. Inbounded by A.J. Stanfield. To the top of the key. Back to the corner. All the way cross court, thinking about the three, pulls up. That one's no good. Gets the offensive rebound. Mid-range. Could get a third chance, but taken back by the Eagles. And both these teams can shoot from the outside. Haven't seen a three go in yet, but that could change as the first man off the bench for Phoenix is typically Nico. First foul on Phoenix. That one rolls off his foot and out of bounds, but they changed the call. Ball will stay right here with Santiam Christian. Had a man open on the perimeter, opts for the reverse layup. There's a tangle for the ball, no whistle called. Throws into the front court, wide open layup is good, and one. Foul called. And 2 points for Phoenix and the chance to do some damage at the foul line. Still really early in this game, but Phoenix with a chance to make it 9-0, and they do. Santiam Christian hoping to get some scoring going sooner rather than later. Kobe Hill into the game, dribbling into the front court. Back to Jackson Rissinger. To the outside. Shot is up, shot is no good, but tipped away by Phoenix. Unforced error, and possession will stay right here. On the baseline. Looking for a man. Tray ball is up and no good.
Santiam getting a real slow start offensively.
It just doesn't seem like they're getting anything to go their way. Even the play call sets have been slow coming. That tray ball is off. But they have a wide open layup attempt, one-on-one. That floater is up, and it's not good. They'll stay right here. 9-0 thus far. Phoenix, of course, coached by Troy McNichols. And they'll have tough sledding this year in their conference. A very tough conference in the Skyline. But Phoenix, of course, a very good team here in the semifinal. Running into the front court, goes up. And that one rolls right off the rim. Could have had a chance at a layup and one. Instead, they'll shoot two. That foul's on Ben Galser, number 3, the senior. First free throw attempt is no good. Checking into the game now for Phoenix is number 20, Nico Ortega. And Nico Ortega is a name to keep an eye on. He's, from what I've seen, he's practically their sixth man, and he can shoot the ball as well as anybody on the court. Dribbling into the front court is Kobe Hill. Has it stolen away. Good anticipation. Back. Layup is up. Layup is no good. Has another chance at it. Smart by Nico to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line for two. That was on Kobe Williamson, who's been quiet today. And he's been dominating all tournament. A little uncharacteristic for him to not have his name called. Into the game for Phoenix, Braden Watts. And Ty Clayton, who is also a soccer player. Played pretty well this last season, as Phoenix is one of the best teams in the state at the 4A level. Shoots a three, bang. That three is in, and that puts Santiam Christian on the board, 4-3. Analyzing the defense, Clayton. Waiting for someone to get open. Nico is open. Makes the extra pass. That one's up. No good, but a great offensive rebound. Back to Clayton. Clayton throws to the outside. Thought about the three. That floater is no good. They have another chance at it. Nico launches. That one's off. Santiam Christian finally able to get the ball back. Let's see if that three sparks their offense. Ben Galserin guiding traffic. Puts the floater up, and it's good and one.
This kid can score. I think he'll be a difference maker for this Santiam Christian offense for sure.
And that dribble drive's been working for them. They just haven't been going to it as much. You see a lot of passing on the outside, and usually the drive stalls at that point.
I mean, he can shoot it, so I feel like, if he knocks down the first one, you get the defender to close out on you a little bit quicker. Give him a ball fake, take a couple dribbles, take it to the rack. I mean, it's the shooter's ball game, They always think you're going to shoot the three because maybe you don't have the size. But get him in the air one time, give him a couple dribbles, and boom, you got a wide open layup.
And he definitely has the ball skills to get to the cup.
No, this kid's legit.
Nico pulls up from 3.
He had at least 6 threes in the game yesterday.
Great defense there.
And I'm talking about 3 of them were back-to-back-to-back, too. So
definitely a name to watch. Ben Galseren, who's a senior this year. And just like that, Santiam Christian starting to close in a little bit. Quick lead by Phoenix starting to dry up as both teams kind of find their footing here in this game.
Santiam Christian, slow start, but, kind of finding their mojo, finding their rhythm a little bit here.
Wyatt Vanderhoof goes for the layup.
Santiam Christian, remind me where that is again.
Santiam Christian.
Up north a little bit, yeah?
I believe it's in the Corvallis area.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so.
I think you're right.
Ty Clayton tries to go up for the rebound. They wrestle it back. And guess who was waiting for it? Kobe Williamson, who gets himself on the board for 2. Just like that, Santiam Christian down only 3 as we approach the end of the first period. 30 seconds left. Ty Clayton guiding traffic. Nico here on the near side thought about the 3. He can hit from that range. Back on the far side, Clayton throws back to Nico. Makes one fake, throws to the corner. One dribble move.
Good move. Good finish, too.
And Ethan Hutzel puts it up. He's a difference maker in the front court. And that pass sails way high for Santiam Christian.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start here, but I mean, what can you say when you've been basically sitting in a hotel all day, right? Waiting for this, it's the 7:30, aka 8 p.m. game that we have tonight.
Shots off for Clayton. And you're right. With Phoenix, they can go home anytime they want.
Right.
Santiam Christian obviously making the trip down here. They're just doing nothing but relaxing, trying to keep loose as much as they can and stuff. We got 50 seconds left to go, so we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on Table Rock Sports. Thank you all for tuning in.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
That message being brought to you by one of our parent sponsors, Siskiyou Cellular. Thank you for making Table Rock Sports possible. And thank you all for joining in here for some second round semifinal action in the Christmas Classic. Here we are, Phoenix versus Santiam Christian. As you see Clayton hesitate. Nico with the ball alone at the top of the key, pulls up from deep. That one rims off. Phoenix may need him to make a couple of those. Up and good is Kobe Williamson for 2.
Good go-ahead pass by Ben Galseren.
And that's the issue with those missed long ball threes.
Oh, yeah.
They result in some fast break buckets.
Long shot, long rebound, So you always got to have somebody getting back.
Foul
Usually that should be the shooter, but I guess nobody crashed the boards right there. And then sure enough, you see Santiam Christian get a free bucket, basically.
And speaking of free buckets, Ty Clayton going to the line for 3 free throws, being fouled on that three-pointer. Had no landing space. First one is good. Makes the second.
Easy buckets. They're free.
As easy as it comes, and it's frustrating.
Right. What's the best kind of point? A free one.
You are absolutely right, my friends. Third one is up. Now that one's no good.
Jinxed him.
Yeah, we sure did.
We did that earlier, too. Sorry, guys.
I'll take blame for that one. Kobe Hill taking the ball up the floor. He's trapped in the front court. Nico on defense against Benjamin Bourne, who comes into the game. Backing down is Kobe Williamson.
3 ball, and it's good.
Benjamin Bourne comes right into the game, the freshman, and makes a 3.
Go ahead, young fella. We see you. Show that head coach. Hey, coach, I'm a freshman, but I'm here to stay. You got me for 3.5 more years.
Good defense has Ty Clayton backing down. Nico with the ball once again. Makes the extra pass this time. Throws to the corner for 3.
The big man. Okay. I see you, Dirk.
Telling the world that I can shoot.
That's right. He's
Number
like,
3.
you better respect this jumper. Looked like the guy was giving him a couple feet. He said, man, do you know who I am?
And Ethan Hutzel, one of their big-time contributors.
Swing
Nico
out another
for
tray
3.
ball. He has yet to connect yet. He's definitely one of their stronger shooters, too.
Yeah, I saw it in the last game.
He's just having a hard time tonight finding that first one,
He was making everything in sight versus Westside Christian.
Yeah, he was.
Sometimes that hot streak doesn't carry over from game to game.
See, my thing is, when I was playing, I was a shooter mostly, too. So once, I missed the first 2 or 3, I promised you, I was putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rack and making sure that I'd see one go through the hoop, Watching one drop, it boosts your confidence like crazy. And then you can kind of veer out and, maybe get back to your 3-point game.
But get that swagger back
once
first.
you miss 3 threes in a row, I mean, come on, take a step inside, give them a pump fake dribble, see a ball go through the net, find your rhythm, then possibly get back to your long-range game.
And they have to respect Nico's 3, so he can definitely get those inside buckets if he makes that fake.
Right.
Because they're going to come
Because they're going to expect
out.
the 3, exactly.
I mean,
you'd be so surprised what just even watching a layup go through the net can do for your confidence. Come out cold, 0 for 3, get to the bucket, even get some pair of free throws, get a layup, something, and then you'll really. It's all. I mean, this is a game that 90% of it's mental.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So once you watch one drop, after that it's all cake. You're like, you know what? I'm back in my rhythm, and that's tough because shooters, it's easy to get down on yourself. You miss 3 and you're like, oh man, tonight's not my night. Can't have that mentality. Got to just listen. Just got to give the next person a pump fake, couple dribbles, maybe find a big man down low, get an assist, get something going for your mojo, or even better, get to the bucket, get a layup, get a foul, see something drop, and then you're right back in your game. So I think for some of these Santiam Christian players that they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're struggling shooting the ball, but I mean they're definitely not as on pace as they have been in the most previous games.
A few substitutions into the game. Ty Clayton back in. Number 21, Alex Osario, is at the line for 1-1. Makes the first. And we were mentioning earlier just the depth these two teams have. They are able to make big swaps like that and not really miss a beat. That one bounced off the front of the rim, I should say. Osario able to get his rebound. Clayton back with it. Great defense by Vanderhoof.
That's tipped.
Logan Jenkins behind the back.
A couple people in this crowd wanted over and back, but they didn't realize that it was touched.
Big shot.
Big guy.
That one's
almost gets the roll.
That one nearly rimmed in, but
almost gets the roll.
They call it at the top of the basket, and that's a turnover.
That's another big guy that's got a good shot on him. Got to watch these Phoenix kids play in the Hidden Valley tournament last weekend. They got a couple good scorers. Watt, as you can see, picking up the ball right now. He's a good scorer. The best part about his game is that he never really forces anything.
Yeah, been quiet thus far, but he has been distributing.
That's the thing. He really just does not go out of his way. Shoot the Kobe fadeaway jumper. You know, when he catches it and he's in motion, he's got nobody on him, a good jump shot. He's knocked down every single time. But he's not the type to come down and, put you on an and-one mixtape.
Nearly loses the ball there, struggle for it, and we are going to get, looks like a foul call. They wanted to jump, and it's staying over here. That's the mark of a good teammate, just being able to get your teammates involved, not have to force your shot to play your kind of game, and they find themselves up 21-13 from all the contributions.
Yeah.
Stolen away by Osario. Back to Jenkins, who takes it up the court.
Oh, lob.
That lob attempt.
Not so sure about that one.
For Ethan Hutzel, who has the height, just wasn't quite there.
Need to get a little trampoline down there.
Globetrotter style.
For me, at least. Right.
May have been tipped. Hutzel up. Layup's no good.
Close bucket. Just rimmed out.
Those are two really close ones now that Hutzel was unable to get, like that three on the last.
You got numbers. You got numbers going the other way for 3-on-2 action.
4-3. That one taken away. Back to Hutzel, who throws it into the front court himself. Man, we were just talking about, loses it. Braden Watts throws up in the air.
I think we're going to get a travel called. I think he wanted the timeout, but I think he just slid a little bit. That's tough. That's a tough one right there.
Lots of action last couple
Good
of
hustle.
possessions.
Good hustle right there, getting on the floor.
Just no points here in the last few minutes.
Right? It's been not the most offensive game so far, but, first half jitters is what we call them.
Just energy-wise, though, just good product.
I mean, you got kids diving on the floor, playing good defense. That's all you can really ask when the shots aren't falling.
Driving up the floor now is Jaden Roth.
Tray
From
ball.
the top of the key. Good.
Splash.
Jackson.
Yes, sir. There we go. I might give him a little spark going into this end of this second half of this second quarter.
Clayton at the top of the key to the corner. Floater's up. Floater's not good. They might get another chance at this one. They do. Jenkins throws it back.
That kick out. There's the shooter right there. There's Watt.
4-3. Good.
Told you, man. The kid can shoot it. As you see, just sit there and he's patient, calm.
Waits for his opportunity.
Waits for his opportunity, and boom, knockdown. A couple defenders in his face too. It doesn't phase him. He's wearing the Kobe's, baby.
Kobe Williamson with a good screen, misses that three, however. That pick and pop action usually works. Back to the corner, hesitates on that
Swing
three. Ty Clayton for three.
Tray ball, no good. Ball bouncing around a little bit. Santiam's going to go the other way.
Kobe Williamson with that last rebound around the corner. Loses the ball. Back into the front court. Passes ahead. Has a man open. That one just a little bit wild. Kobe Williamson steals.
Good. Steals it back.
Immediately making up for that one is Hutzel. Jenkins.
Good play inside.
Was blocked and then fouled.
Good hustle to get the ball back right there. It looked like he was coming up limping a little bit. Maybe pulled off a little, who was that in the NFL that did that? I can't remember who it was. They faked an injury. Came back, ran, sacked the quarterback. Or no. It was JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee faked like it was hurt, walked off the baseline, ran back into the play, caught it, and dunked it. It's almost like what he just did right there. First free throw's good, though.
Yeah, got blocked in the initial attempt and able to get it
came
back.
Came back with a steal and then,
up.
Came back with almost a potential assist. Got his guy 1 out of 2 on from the line.
Not the second.
Better than an empty trip,
Santiam Christian, Rissinger taking it up. Goes around Jenkins. Jenkins jumps for the ball. Williamson stuck at the mid-post. Goes up for the shot. That one is off. Rebounded by Olszewski. Hutzel passes back to Jenkins in the corner. Passes it off. An excellent pass.
No.
That one just
can't miss
off
that
for
one.
Olszewski.
Good pass in the middle, too. Oh, you hate to see it.
Totally unselfish because Watts had a lane of his own wide open.
Oh, wow. Just a lot of blown layups here, folks.
Also, all these second chance attempts, they're just not going in. Phoenix maintains their 9-point lead. Santiam Christian with several opportunities, just unable to get it. Now Nico's back into the game. We'll see if that trip to the bench fueled him a little bit and see if he can make some of these outside shots. Driving to the inside, pass to Williamson is off. Nico with the ball, passes back to his man. Nick Goff back into the game, starting guard. To the corner for 3, good.
You know who that is? That's Watt.
That's Watts.
That's what he does. That's what that is.
The field.
That is what he does. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended. I'm telling you, man, that kid can shoot, though. I mean, he'll just camp out in that corner.
Especially
as soon as you get your eye off of him, that's when he'll make you pay.
And especially from that corner, he knows where his favorite spot is.
His stroke. I saw him out hit about 5 or 6 one game out in that Hidden Valley tournament. And I mean, it was with ease. You know, all he was doing just camping. His point guards found him. Not even a crazy dribbler or anything. Just catch and shoot. Splash Mountain.
Whistle. Timeout called by Santiam Christian. And that gives us an opportunity to go to another break. But we'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And we have to cut that break short. We are right back to the action here at Cascade Christian High School in the semifinal round of the Christmas Classic. Santiam Christian with the ball inside to Williamson, who goes up. Foul called. And he'll head to the line, a little frustrated for Phoenix.
Williamson, a bigger player, but also can shoot the ball as well.
And in many aspects, I'd say that he's one of their best players. A little quiet today, but starting to get into the tempo of the game, getting into the flow. That first free throw attempt is off. Score still 28-16, Phoenix over Santiam Christian. Santiam Christian trying to make the best of their long trip here to Medford, Oregon.
Good old Medford, Oregon. It's funny, I missed the turn coming in here a couple times. I always forget that, Cascade moved over here. And then I'm driving by, and I'm like, I think that looks like a dealership, but sure enough, there's a school behind it. And we're going to go under the 1 minute mark here. Phoenix just going to kind of swing the ball around a little bit as Santiam's in that zone.
Nick Goff and Ethan Hutzel passing back and forth, just wasting no time here, up 11, as you said. Getting close to halftime.
It's funny to me, I played high school basketball in Oregon. First year I did my junior college in California. So boom, instantly had to realize what a shot clock was. Right after that, went up to Washington for my next 3 years. Shot clock as well. And then coming back and watching this slow-paced game.
For 3.
And you know who that is, right?
Braden Watts.
That is Watt. You know who it is. That's the man right there.
3 threes in this period.
He is fun to watch, I'll tell you what.
And he's on fire, as you were saying, my friend.
I honestly might have forgotten what I was saying.
So no shot clock.
No shot clock. I mean, it's just a night and day. You know what I mean?
That 3 is short. I don't believe it would have counted had it gone in. 31-17 here at the end of the period. And that brings us to our halftime break. Lots of action on both sides thus far. Phoenix holding a pretty sizable lead of 14 points. Not over, though, for Santiam Christian. These are the comeback kids. They came back in their last games. They were down by over 15 points.
This game is very far from over.
But we're going to be right back here on Table Rock Sports. Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you to our sponsors for making it possible.
Hi, welcome to St. Mary's School.
I'm Alea, a junior.
And I'm Corin, a senior.
And we wanted to give you a quick tour of our amazing school. Come on.
St. Mary's is on the cutting edge of education, developing dynamic thinkers and lifelong learners.
Our teachers are passionate, our facilities are high-tech, and the open environment encourages critical thinking.
Our robotics lab is better than that of most colleges.
In fact, we've competed on the global scale. We've been to the World Championships not once, but 4 times.
These robots are going to take over the world.
No, but St. Mary's will.
Albert Einstein once said, the only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of the library.
And ours covers 5,000 square feet, housing over 12,000 titles. We even have 767 books from our Confucius Classroom Hanban organization.
It's where our dynamic thinkers come to read, study, or just chill for a little while.
This is our middle school, where it all starts.
Let's go check it out. The 5th grade. I haven't been here since, well, the 5th grade.
Since St. Mary's has 5th through 12th grades, we recognize that it's important for the lower grades to have their own unique experience.
I miss the 5th grade.
Yeah, simpler times. What is the most important thing to any student, anytime, anywhere? Food.
And boy, do we have it. With a full restaurant-style kitchen, we aren't just serving PB&Js.
We have a bunch of healthy options, including vegetarian and gluten-free stuff.
We even have fries.
That's a breadstick. And what do we do on Friday nights?
We study.
No.
We go to the library.
Really?
We appreciate the patience of our wonderful teachers.
We'll be doing what millions of other students across the country will be doing. Football! We fly that blue and white every Friday night. Let's go Crusaders, let's go! Let's go Crusaders, let's go!
At St. Mary's, we're not just a bunch of brainiacs. We're the 7-time winners of the OSIA Oregonian Cup.
We compete in 19 different sports, including football, soccer, tennis, cross country, track and field, archery, and so much more.
I mean, we have an 8-lane all-weather track and 5 acres of athletic fields.
So yeah, we take our sports pretty seriously. This is our chapel, based on the architecture of the Galla Placidia in Ravenna, Italy.
And the 4 arms of this chapel are thematic and represent the 4 stages in growth and faith. I know stuff.
We like to think globally here at St. Mary's.
Not only do we travel to other countries,
we invite international students from all over the world to come stay and learn with us.
Our beautiful dorm is right here on campus and features spacious 2-person rooms, a full kitchen, a huge common area for watching TV, playing ping pong, or just hanging out with other international students. One of the best things about St. Mary's is that we only have about 500 students.
Which means that the student-to-teacher ratio is about 10 to 1.
It also means we have 500 awesome friends.
We approach scheduling a little differently here at St. Mary's.
That's because we use the mod system. It gives us over 300 courses to choose from.
And it gives us the flexibility to make up our own unique schedule. And the term only lasts 26 days, giving us a school year full of classes we want to take. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, we found just the guy to answer that. Our principal, Mr. Meyer.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Well, what this means for you guys is you have a school that really cares about where you're going and your future. We have 100% college acceptance rate. We've got extensive AP classes. And you guys have a faculty who really cares for you and really wants to see you do well with your lives.
So it's like a GPS, but for our futures.
Yes, it is, but kind of without the robot voice there, Corin.
St. Mary's School is more than just a campus, cafeteria, or classrooms.
St. Mary's is a home where you'll begin to find your true place in the world.
This is where your journey begins. And from here,
Well, that's up to you.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
And we are back, folks. Fans engaging in some halftime shenanigans. 23 seconds left before this game comes back into play. 31-17 the score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. You are watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week presented by Siskiyou Cellular. Thank you to everyone tuning in from all around the state. Santiam Christian making the trip to the Christmas Classic here at Cascade Christian High School. And the buzzer sounds, and we are about to begin action. And Phoenix will get the ball first here on the near side, taking it out. Ethan Hutzel throws it in. Starters back on the floor for Phoenix. Olszewski at the top of the key, throws back to Nick Goff. Nick Goff analyzing the defense. Phoenix has to do a good job of maintaining their lead here. Up and good. Or should I say, foul on the play, and he will go to the line for 2. A.J. Stanfield at the line. Driving up the court is Jackson Rissinger. Passes to the outside. Open lane for Williamson, who goes up, or should I say Joe McCadish. Goes in for 2.
Good strong bucket there. Love to watch him finish with the left.
Nick Goff with the ball, throws up high.
Deflected, good turnover.
That one intended for Ethan Hutzel, and it's going the other way. And if Santiam Christian wants to come back in this game, they're going to need a whole lot more of those to go. Unfortunately,
lose it.
Ben Galcerin loses it out of bounds.
He wanted a foul, but the ref said, no, sir.
No, sir, on the damage.
No, sir. We'll have a little more contact than that, big fella.
Nick Goff throws to his man, Braden Watts, who is having an incredible game.
No bias, but that's my fan favorite.
He's put up the numbers to back it up today.
He's what, 3 for 3 from 3-point land?
I believe he's 3 of 4.
3 of 4, okay.
But he was 3 of 3 in the second period, I believe.
See, as you see, I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. It was fun. It was fun. I mean, I tell you, he was my favorite player to watch last weekend at the Hidden Valley tournament.
Wanted the 3 was Levi Villers.
Goes into the big man.
Kadish misses it.
No go with the left, so they bring it down.
Williamson make a scary pair there down in the middle.
That is a big 4-5 right there. I mean, that's a coach's dream right there to have 2 big fellas down there. One who's kind of a little bit more guard-like, and the other one kind of, your big brute 5.
And good passers, both of them, as we get a timeout. Probably a smart timeout for Phoenix just to get their guys calmed down here at the beginning of the period. And a short timeout, so we'll stick right here.
So we got games tomorrow as well, folks. So bright and early, 9 a.m. tip-off. Jonathan, I believe you're on that game. Let me look and see here what games those are. Yeah, we got St. Mary's versus Phoenix Girls, 9 a.m., bright and early.
I'm all for it.
And you, my friend, are selected for 9 a.m. So, and then be sure to tune in after that. You got me and Jonathan, 1:30, St. Mary boys versus Butte Falls. So we get to watch the St. Mary's boys. They've been really fun to watch. They played well today.
And that's an interesting matchup, too, because Butte Falls and St. Mary's both have, a couple guys I think could play at the next level. We were talking about that earlier. just lots of talent on both sides of the ball. So it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. The championship rounds for both the winner's bracket and the consolation, and we'll have it right here on Table Rock Sports.
That's right, folks. So you be tuned in tomorrow. You can stream from your computer, PC, phone, tablet, whatever works for you. You can also catch us on ESPN4. I'm just kidding. Soon enough.
Man, I would take it.
Soon enough, we'll get that endorsement.
Nick Goff back with the ball. Thought about the mid-range. Passes back to Olszewski, who throws to the edge. A.J. Stanfield.
Good ball movement here by, I almost called him Cascade. Good ball movement by Phoenix.
Excellent jumper.
Able to get the floater.
Goff.
I always say that's one of the toughest shots in the game. If you can, off balance, shoot that one-handed floater, I mean, you can
consistently.
You can score after that, you know.
The double clutch move results in another layup for Levi, or should I say A.J. Stanfield. I'm looking at both these rosters right now.
Looks like Phoenix is looking to extend this lead.
Not if Kobe Williamson has anything to say about it.
True.
Big man
going
goes
right
up strong.
Going right back at him. But if you're Phoenix here, you say, hey, we got a good lead, but I mean, let's not get comfortable. Let's get some more cushion. Hopefully, get some of our, guys and that are coming off the bench, get them some burn, get them, build their confidence a little bit. So obviously it's early on in the season. I could tell you many times, my first year of college, first 3 games, I maybe saw 2-3 minutes of playing time, started working really hard in practice, came in after a couple games, really proved myself. Next thing I know, worked my way to the 6-man position. Next thing I know, by the end of the season, I was starting. So
it's just a matter of working your way up.
So, games like this, when
you're a guy for 3.
Games like this, when you get ahead by 20 or so, try to get a little more cushion, get some of those guys that aren't necessarily seeing the most playing time they want, get them in the game, build their confidence up a little bit.
Absolutely. And Phoenix, they were on the other side of this. They were down by 18 points in the last game.
And they came
in the
back.
Second half, and they came back to win. So they
That's
know
right.
anything can happen in these games. They can't
take
the foot off the gas.
I feel like that's why they're like, hey, we did it to somebody else. We don't want it to happen to us.
Makadish goes up strong for the and
is
one.
And 1. 3 the hard way. We'd love to see it. Go ahead, big fella.
And he will go to the line for another one.
He's tough down low. He really battles. The lefty too.
And he might not be the most glamorous player, but him and Williamson make the wheels run.
They make a good 4 and a 5. Absolutely. Fun to watch.
Nick Goff running down the floor, stops just short of the 3-point line. Analyzing the defense, Ethan Hutzel with it. Passes back to Goff. Watts with it. Thinks about the shot. Goff blocked. Foul called. Nearly stepped on the line. The lead is 13.
Jonathan, what's in your personal rotation right now as far as music goes?
As far as music goes?
Yeah, you got any, what 3 albums are in your playlist right now?
I've been listening to a lot of Yellow Wolf lately.
That's right. That's your guy, huh?
Yeah, Love Story is just a spectacular album.
Okay.
Plus a little bit of everything else. Just as Nico pulls up for 3, that one a little bit off. He's been off today. And then a little bit of mix of everything, just music-wise.
Bumping some of that Roddy Ricch?
Yeah.
I thought that album was pretty good.
That was a good album.
Good production on there as well.
Pass inside to Williamson, stripped away. Watts with it. He sees daylight, and he goes all the way to the cup for 2. How about you?
Definitely that Roddy Ricch album. Please excuse me for being antisocial is the name of the title of the album. So, in some ways I feel like I can relate just to the title. But, no, it's just been fun to watch him actually, kind of glow up this year. I mean, he started out, kind of a local legend in L.A., Nipsey Hussle taking him under his wing. And then now going to that, from that to the #1 album. I mean, it just kind of shows, it's almost inspiration, really.
Quite a jump. Ressinger loses it, but they call a foul on the floor. And Nick Goff saw daylight, a little disappointed in that one. That was against Nick Goff. Not a ton of fouls on either side today. They've been playing a pretty clean game. Just 3 fouls for Phoenix, 2 for Santiam Christian. Inside pass to Williamson is off. Watts takes it back. Nico back to Watts. Wide open in the corner.
Good ball movement. Good ball fake.
Hutzel. And a little bit of an error there.
Backboard.
This is what I like to call a Shackton moment.
And, I think we were playing that album up on the way up to Hermiston. Summer Walker.
That's some good stuff.
Oh, wow. That's some real good R&B right there.
Ben Galserin with it. Takes it up the floor. Logan Jenkins back into the game, one of their best defenders.
Ben Galserin, definitely a kid I want to see more of tonight. I mean, he's got that quick release, but just hasn't really been able to get a lot of shots off.
He's a great shooter. He hasn't necessarily been forcing. He just hasn't had any opening.
I mean, he was a huge difference maker in that game we watched last night. I mean, he had about 3 or 4 in a row. A couple of heat checks and was just feeling himself. And tonight, I don't think I think he's gotten up maybe 2 or 3 attempts. So I think he's just playing a little more moderate right now. And I think that's kind of affecting the scoreboard for Santiam Christian.
And I played the power forward position, so I gotta give some credit here to Joe McCaddish.
Hey,
that spin move down in the low block. Game. That was
a good move.
That was some good stuff, even though it didn't go in.
Right.
Any other day, that might have been an N1.
Drew the foul, got to the line, get an easy pair.
And he
can knock down free throws too. I mean, you love that out of a big man. When he gets to the line, you can't hack a Shaq because this guy can actually knock down free throws.
And it really starts their offense with him and Williamson.
Absolutely.
And they've
two just big powerhouses down low.
And they've been playing well. It's just the rest of the offense has not. They haven't been able to shoot.
Not much guard play.
Goff pulls up for 3. That one off. Clayton, or should I say, Logan Jenkins tracks it down.
It's been a lot of the bigs. A lot of the bigs definitely for Santiam Christian.
Covered a lot of Phoenix soccer games this season, so a lot of these guys are return names, like Logan Jenkins and Ty Clayton. Thought about the 3, makes the extra pass.
That's going to be blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul on it.
And that one is tough if you are Santiam Christian. He'll go to the line, perhaps for 3. Ty Clayton at the line. And yeah, as far as music goes, I would recommend Love Story. It's just so much different than his other stuff. Shameless plug as Ty Clayton makes the first free throw. Substitution into the game. Ressinger.
Oh, and that new Travis Scott compilation album with him, Sheck West, Don Tolliver. Oof, that's a good one as well. I mean, I was walking with my AirPods in like I was getting ready for my own game.
Wyatt Vanderhoof into the game now. He has the ball. Reading the offense, calling a play. Expect the screen to come up.
Here's a guy. Here's a guy you want shooting the ball. There it goes.
Quick release is good, and you said it earlier.
Yes, sir.
Ben Galserin for 3.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, that kid can shoot it from NBA range, too. And once he gets hot, too, he's not afraid to let it go. So that's what I was hoping I would see from, early on in the game. But, hey, it's never too late.
That's what I thought I'd see from Nico, number 20. He did it in the last game.
I think they're just playing a little more conservative than usual. I think they're just kind of dependent on their bigs, but now like, hey, I think it's takeover time, guys. This game is not out of reach.
Ethan Hutzel turns it over.
Here goes Galserin again down the lane.
Up and gets the lane to go.
Back-to-back scores for Ben Galserin. The kid can play, folks. Let's see if he can take over this game.
Trying to get back into this one is Phoenix. Trying to get their offense to go. It's gone sort of cold. Logan Jenkins up for 3. That one's off.
Santiam Christian on a 7-0 run right now.
Rebound by Williamson. up the court.
And we're going to approach the 30-second mark, and there goes
Pulls
Ben
up from
Galsern
three.
again.
That
just
one
off the front. Oh, Jinx. You owe me a soda pop.
I could use soda.
Dr. Pepper, please.
Nico for three. That one's off. Having a bit of a cold night.
Go ahead, get going. You got numbers, 3-on-2. Great pass.
Up and good.
Great pass.
Williamson.
And there they go as they cut it to 10, just like that.
One big man to another. Williamson up for the two.
Got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Floater by Nico is just off.
No good. And there you have it. Hey, Santiam Christian cutting it to 10.
10-point lead here going into the fourth quarter. And we will have that action here right after the break. Don't go anywhere on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you. The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
We're going to cut that break short. We are back, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you didn't know already, we are at Cascade Christian High School for the Christmas Classic here. Second round action semifinals. Phoenix taking on Santiam Christian. Phoenix's once large lead has been trimmed now to 8 points on that layup. And we have ourselves a good one as Santiam Christian is finally in their offensive
They're
groove.
battling. They're definitely battling back into this game. Not playing as stagnant as they were in the first half. You know, kind of their bigs were just keeping them in this game. And now some of their guards are just really showing up.
Phoenix beginning to play more calm. Back up to Nico at the top of the key. Logan Jenkins gets himself open. Doesn't take the shot. Clayton back to Watts, who takes a three. That one's off. An offensive rebound. That one back to Nico. Clayton playing a bit of keep away here. They know they're up 8 points. Definitely not insurmountable, but you also don't want to rush it. Nico thinks about it. He shoots the three. That one's off. Not his night. Gets his own miss.
There's the shooter
to
right
the
there.
corner. Watts. And that one's off. And that foul
Jeez.
called against number 20.
Not a lot falling early on.
Nico Ortega. And we'll head to the end of the baseline where Ben Galseren will take it out. 41-33, Phoenix maintaining their 8-point lead. 6:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And this is where they need to stand tall on defense. Vanderhoof with it. McCadish. Back to Colby Hill. Williamson can shoot. Opts not to. Back to the big man. And they called a charge. Nico pumped up, able to set his feet, and it's going the other way. That was a good play by Nico, sacrificing the body there to get the turnover. Kadish passed the ball to Williamson. I thought it was going up for two. They had other plans, and Hutzel will take it out. 6:18 and counting remaining here in the semifinal round. Nick Goff passes it back to Watts. To Hutzel. Watts with it. Nico getting trapped in a corner. Back to Nick Goff. Looking for an open man. Great defense being played by Santiam Christian in the last couple of possessions.
Yeah,
haven't given up many points.
Look for your high post, you know, when you're in the zone.
Watts taking it himself. Blocked away.
Not the best offensive series right there.
Thrown to the corner. We know he can shoot. That one up. Foul called. And 2 free throws.
If you notice, I don't know if you noticed, but when Santiam's in that zone defense, as you notice, I mean, Phoenix was basically just playing, you know, patty cake, you know, playing a hot potato at the top of the key, not really getting a lot of ball movement. You know, you really want to hit your high post and then look for your short corners when you got the 2-3 zone right there. Break them down a little bit, and that way, when you get the ball inside, they sink, and then you got your shooters on the outside. But all they really did was swing the ball back and forth up top.
And that's almost to their detriment, even though they have a lead now. The lead is continuing to dwindle.
Exactly.
And
they're playing too comfortable, you know.
Eventually, you have to go to the cup and try to get a basket.
Right.
As he makes both those free throws, the lead is now just 6.
And our colleague Chris said something great. He said, you know, you want to play to win. Don't play to not lose. Right? Does that make sense?
And that's been the story.
I feel like that one definitely stuck with me.
And perhaps hearing us on that one, Ethan Hutzel goes up and gets the 2.
Oh, the big man with the handles.
Crosses him up and goes up for 2. Big man to big man. Williamson with the 2.
Put him on a mixtape.
But goodness gracious, the ball moves by McCadish. And the
big
pass.
Man with the handles. Go ahead. Ball is life. Checking in.
Nico passes back to Goff.
Hoop mixtape.
Nico with a wide open 3. That one off the front.
He just has not been able to connect tonight.
Not getting enough power.
To the big man.
Sees a lane up and good as Williamson, who has come into his own.
And now they cut this lead to 4. How about that?
4-point lead for Phoenix. And danger territory. They came back in the last game. They're on the other end of it today.
That's what this Santiam Christian team does, though.
Ethan Hutzel drives to the middle, trying to get his team going. Unable to get that one. Nico passes up the 3. 3 for Watts.
Nope.
Back to McCadish.
No good.
And these big men have been putting on an offensive spectacle today for their team. Ben Galsren's getting hot, too, from the outside.
He is. And that's a player that I always love to watch. Is watch get hot.
Williamson
big man
for
3.
3.
Let's go.
3 points for Williamson.
Let's go.
I got to see the box score after this one. I know he's leading the game in scoring.
He's having a hell of a game. And we're going to take a timeout on the floor.
And we're going to take a break. Santiam Christian fans getting off their feet for their squad. We'll be right back.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
And we are back here, folks. You just saw an amazing three-pointer by Kobe Williamson, who is in his bag, so to say, today, leading all scorers. And a big part of this huge comeback for Santiam Christian, as they are now down only 1 point. Phoenix's lead has evaporated, And those two big men aren't getting any rest as they stay on the court. We'll see how that plays out. Up at the top of the key, Hutzel. Hutzel back to Nico. They badly miss his shooting in this period. Hutzel playing a little bit of iso ball. Nico thought about the three. Back to Hutzel. Goff with it. Playing that keep-away game as you were alluding to, not opting to drive in. Williamson puts the pressure on. Nico fouled on the floor. .303 left to go. 1 point game. And it is anyone's ball game at this point. And we've gotten the opportunity to see some great ones today being played out. Goff will throw in. Back onto the floor is Dake Olszewski. And one for Ethan Hutzel.
And one. That's what they needed right there.
Who takes it up as strong as he could.
They definitely need it right there.
For the damage, and that breaks a very long cold streak for Phoenix as they now have a 3-point lead and could make it 4. Free throw is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Santiam Christian, taking the ball up the floor. Colby Hill. Back to Kadish. Sidesteps Colby Hill. Going in the mid-post. Wants to take it himself. Oh, that pass just a little errant. And we'll have an over and back. Wanting to take over on that post play, just unable to. 2.5 minutes left to go, down 3. Ben Galsrun on defense. Goff into the game, taking it up the floor. Trying to drive on the outside. Reverse layup is blocked away by Williamson. That one hit the cylinder. Colby Hill tries to pass inside. Kick ball. And it stays right here.
2:20 left. How do you see this game going?
You know, it could go either way. If Phoenix can keep the pressure and score a couple more baskets, they can win. But if they play not to lose, I wouldn't count out these big men for Santiam Christian. Speaking of, Williamson with a wide open three.
Splash!
It's good. 3
yes,
ball.
sir. We got a tie ball game here, folks.
Tie game. No playing it safe at this point.
And we are just hitting the 2-minute mark here. That big man is having a good night. I'd love to see his stat sheet right now.
I hope we can get it at the end of the game.
Inside, outside, he's got my vote for the player of the game so far.
Williamson absolutely taking over. We mentioned it earlier. It's quite to start out. And boy, has he brought his team back here. Phoenix needs to score and stop this run. 45-45. Goff with it. Passes back to Hutzel. Hutzel to Olszewski. Goff driving around the outside. Runs into a few Eagles. Watts with it.
Looking for the shot. No, he's going to
Goes
pump
for the
fake it.
fake.
And we are just a little bit over 1 minute left in this ball game. 1 minute remaining.
A.J. Stanfield with the ball. I'd watch for the screen, trying to set up a play. Stanfield back with it. No lane opening up. This defense, as you said, just playing that 2-3 zone.
And that's when this no shot clock rule just really comes in. You can kind of just play hot potato at the top.
And if they can't score here, that's going to...
You know, it's going to send them into OT, which, you know, could very well not be in their favor, as Santiam has basically had the run for most of this fourth quarter.
They have all the momentum going forward.
So let's see if they can just draw something up here and maybe get a last-second bucket.
30 seconds left to go. Almost lost the ball. Ethan Hutzel.
Make sure to look for your shooter. You got Watt sitting in the corner. That's his key spot.
Almost lost by Olszewski. Back to Ethan Hutzel.
And we're down to 13, 12, 10,
Hutzel
9.
going for iso ball against
8,
Williamson.
7.
Steps to the left.
Good back door. He goes up. No good.
Rebounded by Williamson.
Williamson with the board. They're going to get a travel call. Oh,
and that'll
no.
stay right here. Less than a second left. 0.6. Tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Oh, boy. Anything can happen at this juncture. If you are Santiam Christian, how would you play this next defensive possession? Because I feel like at this point, Phoenix is going to rim run. It's the only thing you really can do unless you can get a quick shot off.
I don't know if I necessarily agree to, burning the clock for a minute 30 right there,
I don't think so either. You could have got a shot up.
You had your four guard taking, one of their better scorers taking their four guard at the top of the key, kind of just burning clock off, I always say at the end of the game, in that close of a game, don't shoot it when it's going 3, 2, 1. Shoot it with about 8, 7 seconds left. That way, in case you miss, you can get a board, potentially get a second chance opportunity, especially when you got two big guys that they have down low.
Absolutely, you don't want to shoot yourself out of the game.
Right. I mean, they put up a shot basically with 0.6 seconds left on the clock. Didn't even give their big man a chance at a second opportunity. So, do I agree with that call? I don't necessarily do.
Interestingly enough, Ethan Hutzel almost lost the ball.
Right.
It almost came back to bite him immediately.
Right.
Which wouldn't have been the weirdest thing we've seen today, as we saw someone pass to someone at the scorer's table earlier.
I think so. Yep.
That was at the St. Mary's game.
But
they won the game.
Guy was checking in. The guy was checking in. It's almost like a guy with a white jersey throwing it to the ref.
Timeout after timeout, and that might give us a chance to go to break. We'll be right back. We'll bring you back right as soon as we come back on Table Rock Sports.
What is education? Is it desks and a line? Is it reading from a textbook? Or should it be something more?
St. Mary's is a really special place, and it's hard to understand that unless you visit, unless you spend time here.
And the kids here are just wonderful.
It makes teaching easy because they want to learn and they're very respectful.
They care about each other. They know.
Sorry to cut that break short. We are right back here. 0.6 seconds left to go. Tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. And
see what they can do here.
If I could guess what's going to happen, I'd say they're going to rim run for a tip-in of some sort. Thrown up. That one tipped away. Not close. And we are going into OT. I'd say this one deserves OT. This game has been too close on both sides. Santiam Christian mounting that huge comeback. Phoenix unable to stop the run. Williamson and the other big man, Kadish, down low. Absolutely destroying on the boards. Williamson making several threes as well. 47 seconds left until we get back to the action. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors for making this game possible and our broadcast at TableRockSports.net. You're watching the Lithia Auto Superstore's Game of the Week presented by Siskiyou Cellular.
This is the game of the week, too.
I believe it is.
It's been fun to watch.
Got the primetime slot. You got an OT game.
That's right.
Big comeback.
That's right.
What more is there?
ESPN 4 right here, baby.
I mean, I could use a snack, but...
Hey, I hear you on that. My stomach's growling a little bit. Well, what's on the dinner menu tonight?
You know, I'm not sure yet.
I'll tell you, not pizza. I had about 4 pizzas from 4 slices from the concession stand. Oof.
It was good.
It was great. Put me in a food coma.
All right, we are right back here for OT. 4-minute overtime here in the tournament. 45-45 is the score.
Let's see where this can go. Let's hope Phoenix stop playing a little less stagnant. Let's see if Santiam Christian can really get the balls and get the ball in some of their better scorers' hands. The big man.
Mercatus goes up.
There he goes.
And they get themselves on the board first.
Santiam Christian drawing first blood.
Clock wasn't started to start the game. Finally does. And they can't afford to play safe now that Santiam Christian takes their first lead since, I believe, the first period. Ball goes out of bounds off of Phoenix, and Santiam Christian gets back possession. And if I could say, Santiam Christian just has all the momentum in their favor right now. And that's what happens when you don't play to score late in the game. You kind of lose the ability to score. Phoenix will have to get it going yet again. To the perimeter. Vanderhoof over to Williamson. Williamson passes off the ball. Colby Hill analyzing, dribbling near half court. Timeout called by the Eagles. Full timeout, so we'll go on a break and we'll be right back on Table Rock Sports.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that.
And we are back, folks. Phoenix now down 47-45 here in the first overtime.
It's been a fun one, folks. Close game. I mean, hey, it wasn't always close, though. You know, Phoenix led by what? How much did they lead by? 15?
They led by about 15 points.
About 15
maybe
points.
Just a little bit more.
I think maybe even like 17. But Santiam Christian went on a large run, and all credit to their big man. Their big man, I mean, have really put the team on their back. As far as that fourth quarter, for sure. Not a lot of guard action, but.
And the best part about it is they've basically been playing that big man guard hybrid. You see those passes by them.
Right.
Avery
and there they goes right here.
In.
Williamson going up for the bucket, drawing the foul.
And
that's what he does best.
Called.
That's what he does best right there. I mean, just feed that big man.
Late whistle on Jake Olszewski. Can't believe it. Avery Williamson.
You just feed the big man. You
Kobe
know,
Williamson, I should say. Back to the line.
When he's having a game like that, you know, find your big man, let him go to work, draw some fouls. He shoots good from the free throw line. You know, as a guard, right then and there, you realize that not a lot of your shots are falling from the outside. Work your way from the inside out.
First free throw is good for Kobe Williamson. With a name like Kobe,
you know, come on, you're bound to be able to shoot it, right? But I think that's really, you know, worked in Santiam's favor is getting down low and, you know, letting their bigs go to work.
Sounds good. 2 free throws for Santiam Christian, who hold their biggest lead of the game.
They're going to take a 4-point lead, 45-49. Let's see if Phoenix has an answer for it. Good backdoor cut.
Like you said, good cut.
Good find, good answer right there. I think Phoenix really needed that right there. They've gone a little quiet as far as scoring.
Ben Galseren with it. A little bit of a crazy pass.
And they're going to call that. They're going to call a timeout. I was going to say that was close to a 10-second call. So they're going to take a timeout.
With 2:20 left. Good timeout on the floor. You can tell the coach knew about how long they were back there.
He knew something was going on.
So we'll take a break for just a minute, and we'll be right back for the close of this game, and we'll stay right with you. just in time. We are right back to the action. Ben Galseren will take it out of bounds. 2-point lead for Santiam Christian, who hopes to hold on to that lead. Tipped by Clayton. Back to Williamson. Very nearly touches the line as Colby Hill. Colby Hill at center court.
Colby.
With 2 minutes left.
Santiam really doing a good job of taking care of the ball, too.
Colby Hill passes.
Notice not a lot of turnovers from them in this fourth and this overtime.
Well coached, playing disciplined basketball. Ben Galseren with it, playing Phoenix's game from the last period just a little bit.
I mean, the clock's on their side. I mean, you don't really got to force anything.
And I believe they can afford to because they have that big presence in the middle. Trying to get a screen and roll going, unable to. And a minute and a half left to go.
And they're burning some clock here.
Phoenix will have to
serious
think
clock here
about committing a foul here pretty soon. But all these guys on Santiam Christian's team are such good free throw shooters that Phoenix has put themselves in a bad position.
And there goes 45 seconds off the clock. If you're Phoenix, got to get up in the lane, maybe go for a steal here.
So a quarter of this overtime being used on one possession.
Oh.
They get the ball back, and that one.
I agree. That was a foul.
That one, I agree, was a foul.
A lot of contact on that one.
But if you're going to take a foul, you probably should have took it a little earlier.
Oh, it's going to get technical as well. Oh, no. Oh, come on, coach.
And I hate seeing those so late in a good game.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, I understand, the coach feeling his frustration, but, I mean, that close of a game, I mean, you're kind of taking it away from the kids by getting a tech, and then maybe not only he's going to the line to shoot some free throws, but now he's going to go shoot 4. Their best shooter on the team as well.
And, Galseren, he doesn't miss many of these. We'll see. What happens.
Honestly, I'll put a $10 on it that he doesn't miss a single one right here. But don't quote me on it because I only got $5 on me right now. So we'll charge that to the concession stand. What I tell you, man, the kid is clutch. The kid is clutch. 2 more,
and that makes Phoenix's predicament much more difficult than a 2-shot foul.
I got another $5 right here. No miss. I'm telling you, it's nothing to him. That quick release, too.
The release is what I find most impressive. He doesn't even really look at the rim. He just lets it go. And a tough break for Phoenix as they find themselves now down by 6, which at this point in the game is pretty difficult.
That's tough right there. Coach, come on, man. You got to know better than that.
That one taken away, and I don't know if I agree with that whistle. But they go back to the line. McCadish will shoot.
A little bit of contact on the hand. Not really enough that I would potentially blow a whistle, but
a lot of stoppage here with just about a minute left.
I think with maybe just with the way the game is going, I think he was just kind of assuming.
Let him play a little bit.
That was, Phoenix just being a little overly aggressive, trying to get the ball back in their favor. That's going to extend their lead to 54-47. So Santiam is definitely screeching away a little bit with this game. Phoenix, if you're Phoenix right here, you need to come down and get a couple quick buckets.
And I know he's had a tough day, but you have to think about possibly trying to get a 3.
There you go.
And he gets it the hard way.
Three the hard way.
And one for Hutzel, who goes to the line. And he could make it a 4-point game. Hutzel misses the free throw.
Good. Board's
McCadish back with it, and they'll call a foul on the inside.
Back to the line. This guy will knock him down. I mean, these Santiam Christian kids, they definitely they practice their free throws.
And Phoenix a little disappointed here in the late stages with
tough. I mean, they definitely blowing a 15, 17 point lead.
That was just the first part of the frustration.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's tough right there. Especially with the nighttime, primetime game like this, you got a packed crowd. That's tough.
Joe misses the first one.
But 43 seconds left on the clock. That's a lot of time.
Only two possessions.
Only two possession game. So, come down. I think they need a quick bucket right here. Get the board and waste no time.
Misses both of them. Ty Clayton back down the floor. And I know he's had a tough day, but they should get some of their shooters in. For three.
No good. Board to Santiam Christian. And that's the kid right there, Ben Gausser, and that's the kid you want the ball in his hands. But they're going to get it up the floor.
They're going to foul him. A combination of Clayton and Jenkins there on the foul.
Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough to see. I mean,
tough close to the game.
Sing a couple free throws right here, and you might as well put the icing on the cake right here.
Vanderhoof with a chance to ice the game.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of a break for the first one.
Somebody opened up a door. Was that a little breeze that felt come in on that shot?
I think it was one of our jinxes. Patent pending.
I think it was those spirit fingers over there. Both shots off to the right.
Same spot, misses the free throw. You don't have to force a three here, but you're going to want to get points of some sort.
You just want to get a quick bucket.
That's the man you want shooting the three. That one off. Logan Jenkins
board back to
throws it away after he gets the rebound.
Throws it away to Ben Gausser, and he's going to travel.
Ooh.
Very rare mistake coming from Ben Gausser.
Really close there because they were about to take the foul, and then he traveled. So
right,
it works out in Phoenix's favor. 7.7 left to go. Time's starting to run out, but big
still,
three.
5-point game, still a two-possession game, 7.7 seconds left. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but, it's you're playing against the clock right now. You need a quick bucket, get the ball inbounds, go for the steal. If you can't get the steal, you got to foul, and then basically just hope that a great Santiam team who can shoot the ball very well at the free throw line, somehow misses, because honestly, they've been almost perfect from the line tonight. So tough break for Phoenix tonight. They just didn't really finish this game out very well. Santiam Christian, to their efforts, they definitely did. They played very, very strong in this fourth and this overtime.
They got their mojo going in the low post. That one is up, almost tipped in. Time running out, and it does run out.
And that's the ball game, folks.
And that's how it closes out, 54-49, your final score. And is it, as if there was any doubt, Kobe Williamson, player of the game?
Oh, no question about it. No question. The big man played great.
Led all scorers, but it can't be understated that Joe McCaddish, the other big man, also played great.
Give it to the bigs.
And great play on both sides by both teams, just Phoenix unable to close out the game.
Yeah, played very well. Just kind of lost a little wind going into the fourth.
Played not to lose.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't play to win. They played not to lose, got comfortable. Santiam Christian kind of realized that, played their game. That's what they do. They put points on the board, and that's what they do.
I'll be back here bright and early for the next game in the championship rounds.
9 a.m., folks.
And, man, I can't wait for it. This team, the Santiam Christian Eagles, will advance to play tomorrow in the winner's bracket. Thank you all for joining us here on Table Rock Sports. Jonathan McCrary, beside me, Jake McCoy, signing off here at Cascade Christian High School.
Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year to you.